you will be hearing on this discussion session of the first University of the Philippines, BGC Taguig, and of course, the organizing for the Philippines on this topic, Arbitral Award to the ears of the Sultanate of Sulu.
Americans, we fought also the Americans. That's Sultan Jamal ruled II. So, yung grandfather ko became senator of the Philippines for 4 terms. He was the first Muslim senator, Haji Butu, Haji Abdul Baki Butu. My family name should be Butu, pero naging Rasul. You know why? Kasi yung Butu in our dialect is the male organ. Right? And the Rasul ladies nagpo-protest. We don't want to be called Miss Butu. Pwede. Come on, Brad. We don't want to be called Miss or Mrs. Butu. It's a male organ eh. Pero that time nung grandmother ko, Buto siya, pero walang nag-joke about it kasi pinapatay. Kasi Sultanate, my grandfather was Prime Minister of the Sultanate. Pinapatay if you joke about the names. So there, he became senator for 4 terms. Prime Minister to 3 sultans. That was my grandfather. This is him. Hindi mo yung costume nila. When he became older, yung sa top rank, senator na siya dyan. Medyo 55. Ito parang medyo fighter, warrior. So, Sabah history. May mga dates akong linagay dito sa Sabah. In 1878, that was the time when the Sultan of Sulu entered into a deed of lease, pajak. It's not cession according to the Malaysians. No, it's not. It's a lease. We call it in Tausu, pajak. P-A-J-A-K. Right? Up to now, pajak is lease namin sa Tausu ako eh. It means rent or lease, pajak. And the agreement was in local dialect. Yung lease agreement with the Austrian and Englishman, with the British North Borneo Company. It was in local dialect, Tausu, but in Arabic script. But the key word is pajak. And this was translated, the agreement was translated by, Yale professors, Harvard professors, and they were of the consensus that pajak means rent or lease. Okay, so in 1946, an agreement was made between the British North Borneo Company and the British Crown Government transferring North Borneo sovereign rights and assets from the BNBC to the British Crown. Imagine that. How can they do that? They don't own North Borneo. They were just renting. So why did they do this? Diyan ang defect. They should not have done that. The British, malaking kasalanan sa amin. The British government. Third, in 1950, Philippine Congress adopted a concurrent resolution expressing the sense of the Philippines that North Borneo belongs to the heirs of the Sultan of Sulu and authorizing the President to conduct negotiations for the restoration of such ownership and sovereign jurisdiction to the heirs and the country respectively. Yeah. You know who filed, the congressman who filed this resolution? It was then Congressman Gustavo Macapagal, then Congressman Arturo Tolentino, mga mabibigat eh. Then Congressman Arsenio Lacson, and my uncle, Congressman Gulamu Rasul. That was in 1950. In 1961, si President Macapagal filed the claim to South. Next year, as a UN General Assembly, let me show you the picture. Here. Ito yung Sultan Ismail Kiram. He was the one who signed the agreement ceding sovereign authority to the Philippine government. Philippine government here was represented by Emmanuel Elias, Vice President. My father, katabi ng Sultan. Yung gwapo na yun ng mga naka-necktie. Katabi niya si Senator Diokno. Historical picture. Ito yun. That's Salvador Lopez. I don't recognize others anymore. I think that was Pendato. So yun. Tarhata Kiram, yung lady dyan is Princess Tarhata Kiram. One of the major princesses in Sulu. Yun. So we now go to the French Arbitration Court decision. Ito medyo famous to eh. Kasi malaki yung halaga, $14.9 billion ang ibibigay to the Philippines, to the heirs of the Sultanate. First, okay. Ito yung salient points ng decision. First, that the 1878 agreement is an international lease agreement of commercial nature. Lease siya, hindi siya cession. It's rented. Yun eh. Two, that the respondent Malaysia breached the 1878 agreement. Three, it declared the termination of the 1878 agreement as of January 1st, 2013. Four, decided that the claimants are entitled to recover from Malaysia the restitution value of the rights over the leased territory with a pre-award interest of 3.96% per annum as of January 1st, 2013. 5. Ordered Malaysia to pay the claimants the amount of $14.92 billion. 6. Ordered Malaysia to pay the claimants interest on the sum previously mentioned at a rate of 10% per annum, calculated on a simple basis, as well as reimbursement of legal fees. So yun ang salient points ng arbitration decision na nanalo kami. We are claimants. My family is a claimant, actually. I will explain to you how later. Okay. This one naman, ito yung Makaski decision. Kasi yung heirs noon, led by Dayang Haji Yandaw Kiram, yung major princess namin. Kasi nahinto that time yung payment ng rent to the heirs. Because the Sultan then died, si Sultan Jamalul II, namatay. So yung Malaysian embassy may excuse not to pay noon pa. So sabi, we don't know whom to pay. Yun ang naging excuse ng Malaysian government. Ngayon, Princess Dayang-Dayang Haji Piandaw Kiram, who owns 3/8, yung share niya sa Saba is 3/8. Siya ang pinakamalaking shareholder, may-ari ng Saba. All others is much less. These are all Kirams, royal ito. There are 9 of them, 9 families na identified na claimants ng Saba. Kami, nasama kami kay Dayang-Dayang Haji Piandaw Kiram, yung family namin. Kasi yung grandmother ko and Dayang-Dayang Haji Piandaw Kiram are first cousins. And Dayang-Dayang Haji Piandaw Kiram, walang kapatid, walang anak. So it pupunta sa next closest relative, which is us. Kami yun. So we are claimants via Dayang-Dayang Haji Piandaw Kiram. This is not refuted. This is all documented. In fact, the lawyer of the Sultanate then, Attorney Ulka Ulama, after Dayang-Dayang Haji Piandaw Kiram passed away, told my father, asked my father, offered my father, I think 1,000 pesos. Kasi yung rent was around 60 to 70,000 pesos lang a year. Napakaliit. Imagine, we're talking about 74,000 square kilometers of land with natural resources, with gas, with oil, with everything. And Malaysia only pays 60 to 70,000 pesos a year. How is that just? Kaya nga umahangal yung mga heirs. Matagal na to gustong taasan yung rente. Ayaw makinig ang Malaysia. This is unjust. Yun, so sa North Borneo, okay. So this was the North Borneo Court's decision, headed by Chief Justice Charles Frederick Makaski, the first Chief Justice of North Borneo appointed by King George V. Nanalo si Dayang-Dayang Haji Piandaw Kiram. So the Chief Justice said, plaintiffs have proved, in quotes, I quote, plaintiffs have proved their claim is valid, and I give judgment accordingly that Dayang-Dayang Haji Piandaw Kiram and the 8 others are entitled to the rents payable in the following shares. Documented yan ang shares nila. So whenever we get the 60 to 70,000 pesos a year, dinidivide siya based on that sharing structure. And my father was offered, kasi knowing heirs kami, ni Dayang-Dayang Haji Piandaw Kiram, parang 1,000 pesos. Sabi ng papa ko, bigay mo na sa ibang Kiram yan. Hindi na mas kailangan nila. Ang bait ng tatay ko eh. Pero sabi ko ngayon, dapat tinanggap niya para more evidence na, di ba, heir siya. Binigyan siya ng lawyer ng sultan eh. Okay. So, as I was saying, yun na nga, yung grandmother ko was a first cousin of Dayang-Dayang Haji Piandaw Kiram, na wala siyang anak, wala siyang mga kapatid. So yung claim namin, because of that, first cousin yung grandmother ko eh. Grand-aunt ko siya eh, by blood. Yung father ko, Attorney Ambassador Abraham Rasul, nag-file matagal ang lapos time pa. And this is Dayang-Dayang Haji Piandaw Kiram, the major shareholder of Saba. That's her. So the living heirs are all identifiable. 9 families lang yan eh. Kilala namin yung mga claimants. Meron yan kasi mga nagkiklaim na hindi naman kasama eh. Yun, sabi ko, naiibig na ako eh. Hindi ka naman kasama. Nagkik na sa dyaryo ka pa. Okay. Ito naman is a letter to Senator Santanina Rasul, my mother. Then Senator Santanina Rasul. Princess then Churain Kirang wrote my mother then when she was senator. Na saying, in behalf, let me read it, in behalf of the heirs of the Sultan of Sulu, recognized propriety rights claimants over Sabah, Malaysia, let me inform you that your husband, Ambassador Abraham Rasul, the son of the late Salma Viuda de Haji Butu Rasul and the first cousin of Dayang Haji Piano Piram, is acknowledged by us to be one of the heirs of the Dayang Haji Piano Piram estates. Princess Denchura Kiram signed that when she was queen, considered queen, entitled Pangian, you can see it. Pangian Sultanate of Sulu. Pangian means queen sa amin sa Kausu. And this was witnessed by Attorney Urkat Ulama, the counsel of the Sultanates. That's evidence. Yan ang claim namin. They all know this. So, when President Corazon Aquino, when she became president, she asked my mother and father to help. Kasi we were claimants and we knew the heirs. So, on October 23rd, 1987, Secretary Manglapus wrote my father, the late Ambassador Abraham Rasul, Prime Minister to two sultans, Ismail Kiram and Mahakuta. Manglapus told my father, I would like to suggest that the claimants organize themselves so that they may arrive at a common position. Although yours is a private claim, we have the assurance of the Malaysian government that they are ready and willing to negotiate. Willing naman kasi alam nila hindi kanila. Yun. So there. So to end my presentation, in his State of the Nation address of President BBM, Bongbong Marcos, Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr., he vowed to not abandon, sa SONA, to not abandon even 1 square inch of Philippine territory, which includes Sabah, if you think of it. And so we hope and pray that the present administration will help us settle the claim. And regarding Malaysia being an Islamic state of Malaysia, we are optimistic that Malaysia will show the world that they will apply true Islamic justice by settling the claim, thereby making amends to their Muslim brothers in the Sultanate of Sulu. Muslim brothers and sisters in the Sulu Sultanate. So, that ends my presentation. Thank you very much. So, Ferdinand Marcos and Janine Marcos. Yeah, no, we were there. I was there. Look, let's focus. That's me.
Very young.
I was 16 years old. I'm now 65, 50 years ago. That was me. father, my mother. So, talagang involved kami sa Sultanate. So, may mga ibang tao na nakikisiling sa Pino.
Yes, I am working.
This is me. With the Sultan now, our Sultan. Ito, bata pa yung Sultan. This was like 50 years ago. He's now 56 years old. Sultan Metsulah Kalkira. He was crown prince then. This was in 1974. Nag-coronation yung tatay niya as Sultan, supported by the Philippine government. President Marcos. And acknowledged by the whole world. And that's my father, the Prime Minister of the Sultan. Yeah. This is me. And someone mentioned Fuad. Fuad, that's Fuad. That's Fuad, Datu Fuad, Prince Fuad. Problem is, I think kapag older brother niyang Sultan appointed his son as the crown prince. So you know how it is. Pag crown prince ka, ikaw next Sultan, di ba?
Next in line.
Anyway, so you figure it out by yourselves.
DNR at saka yung guard, nag-aaway. Tatlo, pati yung CIP. Kasi yung dalawang government agencies hindi magbigay ng certificate of non-overlap. Isa din yan sa problema na yung development, hindi mapupunta o hindi mapapasukan ng development ng Sulu na mga katutubo. Ganun po yan. Isang panawagan lang din po, bilang isang katutubo, na i-enforce, fully enforce yung IPRA. And at the same time, yung job, yung tatlong agency ang member doon. Pati yung ROD at saka yung LRA. Na dapat, kapag ka-approve na yung assistant domain ng isang area or isang lupa ng katutubo, automatic register ka sa Pero di kasi isa yan sa requirements na hinihingi ng mga investor. Yung titulo ng lupa. Ganun po. Sana naman po, sa next or sa ngayon, sa ngayong administration natin, isa yung mga katutubo sa mga planning sa process ng development.
Dapat lang. Dapat. Yun po yung gusto namin makita na next development nung itong summit po natin. Kasi napansin nga po namin na gano'n yung kakulangan. And madalas po kasi especially sa amin, no offense with the NCIP workers kasi si brother, siya, NCIP worker po siya. He's a commissioner for Region 12. Region 12, sir? Hindi pa. Yung madalas po kasi problema po namin dito, kaming mga katutubo, especially sa Zambales, pag lumalapit po kami sa agency, sa NCIP, instead of tulong, automatic parang kami pa yung discriminated na dapat kami yung pinaprotektahan nila. Kagaya po yung lolo ko po, claimant po kami ng isang stewardship from former President Marcos, yung namatay na. Tapos ngayon, expire na yung stewardship na binigay sa amin. And it's a timberland for us to develop. So ngayon, i-claim na sana namin siya na i-renew yung aming stewardship. Pero instead na kami yung panigan, mas pinapanigan palagi yung opisina, yung mas may kakayahan, yung may pera, yung mas may influence.
Ano po start ng NCFF pagdating dito sa usapin ito?
Saba? Wala. Wala sila. Well, I guess supportive sila. Pero yung officially, wala akong nadidinig na statement of support. Wala. Siguro mga personal, sino supporta?
Ano ang palagay mo bakit wala?
Kasi, maybe they feel hindi sila kasali. Involved. Kasi private property, commercial nature.
And isa pa po,
Yung development, gaya din sabi ni Sir kanina, nasusunogin. Actually, hindi, IP community, hindi IP ang gumagawa na. Alam natin lahat yan.
So it becomes a defense issue.
Yes.
Imbes na maging concern ka lang ng land issue, nagiging concern ka ng Department of National Defense.
I went to investigate in Mindanao.
Which is wala, naglagan yung problema.
Yung
problema, land claimant. Tapos merong magtatanim, biglang may sisipot na lang doon, paganihan, amin yan.
Yes,
Diba?
correct.
Tapos yung isa may relative na sundalo, yung isa may relative na Muslim. Biglang pag headline sa Manila, it's a war between the soldiers
Yes,
and the
yes.
pero actually it's economic route. So hindi talaga ideological or yung laban. It's actually ganun. It's simple tightening lang. Yung naglagay sila ng mga muhon o tigil yung away.
Sa Basilan, ganyan ang experience.
Diba?
Kaya yung mga sa Basilan, mga yakans, malumani ng mga tao. Of course, they settle blood feuds through their traditional ways. Pero otherwise, very gentle sila. Ganon din ang always projection.
I may conclude.
Yes.
Going back to the Sultanate.
Yes.
While it is feasible, practically feasible, to start with a private undertaking,
Yes.
commercial undertaking first, it cannot be done without support of the national leadership.
Yes, of course.
You will be enlightened with the insight regarding on this discussion about the arbitral award to the ears of the Sultanate of Sulu here in the first activity of the University of the Philippines and the Organizing for Philippines or the OFP, the first University of the Philippines Leadership Forum here at BGC Taguig. This is MJ Albina Balaguer of DZMJ Online, makabuluhang journalismo, your happiness channel.